That time is 7:34 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning, September 24th, 2019. It is time now for the Peter Chillo Morning News on this Tuesday morning, September 24th, 2019. Good morning to you all this lovely Tuesday morning, September 24th, 2019. It is 7:54 in the morning time, and it is 65 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel Morning News at 7:34 is President Trump, Joe Biden, Biden Ukraine as player House Democrats back impeachment inquiry amid bombshells reports Trump fulfilled Ukraine aid. Boris Johnson suspension of Parliament was unlawful UK Supreme Court rules. Franco's body can be exhumed rules Spanish court. Corbyn wins French Labour Conference Brexit vote, and Puerto Rico rocked by magnitude 6.0 earthquake. Florida cop fired for arrested two elementary school children. Ex-Dallas cop who fatally shot neighbor's sister by sex and police partner, prosecutors said. An hour man was found guilty of killing his wife with a cord break. Prosecutors say he was angry about an affair. Schumer demands GOP investigate some issues subpoena over whistleblower complaint. Moon Chang-in has over 70% chance of U.S. North Korea deal by 2020. Germany, UK, France blame Iran for Saudi oil tax. Trump mocks teen climate activist. GM and the UAW workers on strike settled for a long fight. U.S.-China trade talks will resume in 2 weeks, Richard said. Look at that. Stocks now up 4.92 and 26, 949.99. S&P 500 down 29 cents and 29, 91.78, and Nasdaq down 5.21 at 81.12.46. NASA taps logging margin to build 6 more Orient Cargo capsules. Coral die-off predicted as marine wave engulfs Hawaii. Venus may have once been habitable, but a mysterious event changes that. NASA to develop a mission to search for near-Earth asteroids. FDA expands blood pressure drug recall again. New England's women bodies rejecting threats in the face of one solution is unthinkable. Any more vaccine to restrict by WHO says Doctors Without Borders. The British Supreme Court ruled unanimously Tuesday the controversial move by Prime Minister Boris Johnson to suspend Parliament was unlawful and ordered lawmakers back to work. At least 26 dead after violent clashes in Indonesia. South Korea nurse hospital fire leaves 2 dead. Carried a leash heavy rain floods from Puerto Rico to the U.S. and British Virgin Islands. U.S. President Trump will address the United Nations General Assembly Tuesday before a full-day meeting with world leaders, including British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Warren to begin paid $50 million to relatives of 737 MAX crash victims. Peter Chill news time is 7:38 on this Tuesday morning, and it's time now for a Peter Channel Sports Report. The Boston Red Sox fall to the Tampa Bay Rays 7-4 in St. Pete, and Red Sox being on to Texas to take on the Texas Rangers game time at 8:05 p.m. And the North Lancers girls soccer team will have game against the Medway Mustangs, game time 3:30 p.m. at Nottingham at Robert Adams Field. Tom Brady did what his Bible and Terry Brown coming to the league. And came in sponsored by some Bears player doing illness after Monday's win. And how Eli Manning's actors role is dead to Joe's mentor, and what the latest is somebody had engaged a meeting for Bill Self in Kansas. Peter Chill news time is 7:38. Time now for Peter Chill traffic and transit check. Baby! On the MBTA, looking good on the subway and on the commuter rail Fitchburg Line train 401, 6:35 a.m. from North Station operating 23 minutes back between Lincoln 1 Tuesday to the earlier engine problem required an equipment swap. Edom train 7:05 a.m. from the substation on for 5 minutes basket between Beckman and Edom to the Signal Shooter Ruggles and Ruggles Line train 101 6:30 a.m. from North Station on for 5 and 10 minutes basket between Chelsea and Rockwood to a Signal Issue west of Salem. And the Thursday on looking good. Alright, looking at the numbers and Maui. First started off in positive vicinity. Ninety-five, southbound side, slow between Protecting Line and downtown Providence. 95, northbound side, so between West Greenwich and downtown Providence. 185, westbound side, so between Seacock and downtown Providence. 285, the northbound side, so between Worktown and Johnson. And 285, southbound side, so around 14 and Johnson. 295, the southbound side, so between 44 Greenville and Route 6 and Johnson. And 146, southbound side, so 146 Hayden. And they had the Lakewood side stretch, they had northbound side, so it says the road off Spirit Island. Out in the East Bay, 95 at the southbound side, low side of the Rhode Island Connecticut border, 138 at both ends of the Newport bridges back to Meadow Bridge a little bit slow, and Sakata River and Jamestown bridges are looking good, and 130 westbound side, low side Jamestown. Out in the Cape, Route 60 eastbound side, low side to 134 in South Dennis, 25 eastbound side, low side Route 6 in Bourne Bridge at the southbound side, little slow 20 at the northbound side, low side Bourne Watery, and several bridges looking good on both ends. 495 at the northbound side, slow between Route 60 and Milford Island, Route 9 and Westford. Tonight, eastbound side, slow between Pike and Auburn already at Route 9 and Worcester, and 146 at the northbound side, low so at the Worcester stretch. 485 at the northbound side, slow between Route 16 and Milford Island, and Route 9 and Westford. Mass Pike eastbound slow between Grafton and the Osbratton Tolls. Mass Pike westbound slow and Logan Road 9 and South Boston. 95 at the northbound side, slow between Annabert all the way down to 128 at the Captain, 285 at the southbound side, so around 95 at Annabert, 24. Northbound side also Berkeley down to Route 44 in Rademan. Hit between 45 and Rademan all around 128 at the Captain and 495. 140 the northbound side, also around the top stretch. 44 westbound slow between 58 and Carver down to 105 in Middlebury, Route 3 down to northbound side, so between 220 Rock down to Braintree Split. Southern Expressway, the northbound side, so between the Braintree Split down to Dorchester Southern Expressway, southbound side to the Dorchester Stretch, 128 both fences back to 24 Kenton on the Braintree Split. 3 to the northbound side, so between 220 Rock down to Braintree Split, and 128 both fences back to 24 Kenton on the Braintree Split, 128 northbound back to Brown, Route 20 Waltham, and 120 to the southbound side, so between 95 and Peabody or Route 2 in Lexington, and 95. 93 southbound side, so between same direction, all right, Zach Bridge and downtown Boston. 93 southbound side, so downtown Boston, Massback westbound, so Logan Road down to South Boston, and Route 3 to southbound side, so between Tingsboro, all right, Bill Wicker, and then Hibbert get around 128 in Burlington. 495 at the southbound side, so 125, and they all the way out of Route 93 at Andover. 495 hit the best get between Route 3 and Tewksbury, all the way down to Chelmsford, and 495 at the northbound side, also Route 2 in Bucksburg, down to Route 119 down in Littleton. And 495 at the southbound side, so between 62 and Berlin, all the way down to 290 in Barber, 290 eastbound side, 495 in Barber. Peter Chill. News time is 7:42. Time now for Peter Chill. Weather report, the latest on Jerry. Trump's force winds out. Expected on Bermuda later today. Large swells are expected to affect the coast of the Bermuda during the next few days. The swells could cause left right to serve rip currents. 29 way to the north, 68.4 to the west. Max to wind 6 miles an hour. Movement north at 8 miles an hour. And Karen is expected to tropical current 63.8 to the north, 65.8 to the west. Max to winds 40 miles an hour. Movement north at 7 miles an hour. Karen is expected to bring heavy rainfall, flash floods, and landslides to the Puerto Rico and the U.S. and British Virgin Islands today, where 8 tropical waters in effect. The rainfall potential flooding will likely continue on Wednesday, even as the central current moves away from Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. And Lorenzo is 12.0 in the north, 20.0 to the west. Max to winds 65 miles an hour. Movement west-northwest at 16 miles an hour. Okay, close to home. It's going to be 6 guys. How about 76 degrees for today with a west wind about 5 to 8 miles an hour. For tonight, mostly Kiscala, 51 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour for Wednesday, 74 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour for Wednesday night, Petrog up to 2 a.m. hours. Mostly Kiscala, 52 degrees. Light southwest wind. Thursday, Petrog for 90 was mostly Kiscala at 80 degrees. And southwest wind about 5 to 11 miles on Kiscala, 22 miles on Thursday night. Chittishaw's maybe before 9 p.m. Park Kiscala, 51 degrees. Southwest about 6 miles an hour for Chittishaw's for 30%. Friday, Saturday, most coast guys have about 75 about 53 degrees. West about 3 to 5 miles an hour for Saturday, Petrol for 90 miles. Most of the have about 70 8 degrees, and southwest about 6 and 10 miles, I guess I was 21 miles an hour for Saturday. Check the showers between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. Punching up to 3 a.m. was mostly got 3 degrees, southwest about 6 miles an hour. Kevin Landberg more after that, just been 30%. Sunday, Punching was mostly set, got about 74, about 31 degrees, not for about 5 to 7 miles an hour. But Monday, most sets can have about 72 degrees, Landberg wind, Kevin in the east, about 5 miles in the afternoon. Right now, in Taunton, it's fair 65 degrees, and Norton, it's fair 65. That's me for the Peter Channel. More news on this. To the bottom, September 24th, 2019. Peter Wilson, hope you have a good morning and goodbye day. Hope you have a wonderful day.